What's going on, my beautiful people out here in this world? It's your girl, Sheris, and I want to welcome you to my podcast, Air the Energy Out, a space to release what's heavy, breathe through what's real, and make room for healing. See, today we're talking about something that eventually touches every single one of us: grief. I've lost so many people throughout my life, even recently, and I've watched families that I love lose people, even recently. I've watched friends say goodbye to people they thought they would have more time with. And the older I get, the more I understand something about grief. You can know that death is a part of life and still never be prepared for the absence it leaves behind. Because grief is strange. One minute you're okay, you're working, you're laughing, you're driving, you're going about your day and you're living. And then something happens. A song comes on. You see a picture. You hear somebody say a phrase they used to say. You remember a birthday, a holiday comes around, or sometimes absolutely nothing happens. You just miss them. And suddenly, the weight of their absence finds you all over again. That's grief. It doesn't always knock before it enters the room. And I think sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves to get over it. But how do you get over someone who was woven into your life? How do you put a timeline on missing somebody? How do you tell your heart, okay, that's enough. You've been sad long enough. You can't. And maybe you're not supposed to. Maybe healing from grief isn't about forgetting. Maybe it's about learning how to remember without allowing the pain of loss to erase the beauty of what was there. Because if you love someone deeply, their absence is going to mean something. Grief is evidence that somebody mattered. And I want you to hear this. You don't have to apologize for the days when you're not as strong as everybody expects you to be. You don't have to perform strength. You don't have to always say, I'm okay. Sometimes you're not okay. Sometimes you need to cry and scream. Sometimes you need to sit quietly. Sometimes you need to tell the same story about them 100 times because remembering that moment makes you smile. Sometimes you need to laugh at something they used to do. And sometimes you need to say, I really miss you today. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But there's another side of grief that I've been thinking about. When you lose people, you start looking at life differently. You realize how quickly everything can change.